Alright, there we go. Ah, this music. This is like a warm hug for me, being welcomed back into this world of Kingdom Come Deliverance. You guys cannot imagine how excited I am to replay this. Yeah, no troubles, Benda. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I played this, I don't remember when I first played this, it was a few years ago, I want to say like about 3 years ago. And this was one of the best experiences of my life. This whole game, it was so good. Is my voice okay, by the way? The game audio seems a bit strong. I'll lower it down a bit. So, before we actually start the game, I need to quit and restart it so that we can get the intro little exposition monologue. This is very important to understand the setting of the game. So, let's go. God. Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign.
The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life.
Fucking Wenceslas, man.
But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary.
There was a time where I could recite that almost by heart, this whole thing.
Decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Alright, so Charles was a good king, he died. His son was useless, got kidnapped by his half-brother who wanted to take control. There we go. So indeed there are two modes in this game. I played my first playthrough on this on hardcore, and I cannot imagine playing this on any other mode. So that's how we do it, and here we go, you have died already. One day you were throwing stones with your pal Fritz, but hitting a tree didn't entertain him for long. The last words you ever heard were, "And this is how trebuchet shoots." I think Svenda got that one. Oh, you survived, only died once. Let's go. And all negative first, because again, that's how this game should be played. You guys are not going to change my mind. So we have nightmares. When I wake up, my stats are a bit lower than usual. Claustrophobia, which... Oh yeah, helmet with visor down makes your attacks weakened. Hemophilia, if you bleed, you fucking bleed. Numbskull, lower rate of experience. Consumption, that one is lower stamina regeneration. Shakes is... Okay, just archery, pickpocketing, and lockpicking will be a bit harder. Tapeworm, you get hungry faster. Somnambulant, that one is so fun. Sometimes you just go to bed and you wake up anywhere else on the map. You have no idea how you get there. I love that one. It was a few great moments in my first playthrough. And Brittle Bones, you just take more damage when falling. That's basically it. So let's go. Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Emperor, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV, but now with his son Wenceslas the Idle on the Bohemian throne was falling into disarray. The king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother King Sigismund of Hungary, who decided to take drastic steps in order to get order back to the empire, something like that. Look how beautiful this is. How pretty this looks. I'm also excited because the first time I played this it was on my laptop, so it wasn't, I couldn't like get very high graphics or anything. So now I can actually play it in all its majestic glory. Silver Scalets, 1403. So pretty.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
I think I'm gonna be able to up my graphics a bit more. They're all on high right now, but I think I might be able to get them to very high.
Well, husband,
We'll see.
how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
I never get tired of this, no matter how many times I see it. I've seen it like twice in the last 2 weeks with Ralph and Spenda, in the last week actually even.
Get up now.
But still.
There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up.
You slug a bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
Yeah, right.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
And here we go. So basically this game puts you in the role of Henry, blacksmith's son, peasant,
A fine state
who
you're in
doesn't
this
know how
morning.
to do anything
What
really.
on earth did you get up to last night?
We're chatting in the tavern, I was dancing, I was with Bianca. I was working in the forge. I'll go with Bianca just because of all the people I've watched this play, I've never seen that particular dialogue. I'm just curious.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Yeah, right.
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Yeah.
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Why will I be interested in sword fighting? Matthias was teaching me archery. I was with Bianca. But doesn't matter. Again with Bianca, sure.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal. You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
Have my friends been here?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Leave it be, mother. You're misjudging them. My friends aren't drunks. I don't want to talk about that. You're misjudging them.
Unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
I'm hungry. Is Ban angry at me? Do you need help?
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Yeah, I got something in my eye. Is Ban angry at me?
Is father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. Oh,
Remember that
almost
part.
done. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need help?
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Alright. Okay, so in game, FPS look good for now. Yeah, we look okay for now. Do I want to remove the head bobbing? Oh wait, I don't. Is there an option for head bobbing? I don't think there is actually. I think there's a mod for it. It doesn't bother me that much, but I know some people really don't like that. I might look into that for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think there's an option for it, unfortunately. Oh, that's not... There we go. Let's get some apples, some bread. Some lentils? Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's not... Oh my god, Henry. Please.
I'll have
Please.
to get something to eat. I'm starting
Yeah.
to get hungry.
Alright, the apples don't give much anyway, I'm not gonna bother too much. Wait, it's not that? What's the inventory key? That's not it. Is it? Oh yeah, there we go. Eat. 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 So here's our little inventory tab and stats and everything. So here we have our weapons and armor, which we don't really have any right now. We've got our health, our energy, which is the sleeping basically, nourishment. You can actually overheat if you go to up to over 100. You can go up to 120, but you then get a debuff. Visibility, conspicuousness, noise, and our regular stats. And here is all the separate stats. For each thing you, depending on the levels, like here it's with every second level you reach, you can select one perk. So basically you get perks that you can unlock throughout the game. I'm not gonna touch that too much for now, I'm gonna wait until later. But yeah, that's basically it. We got our quest log, our map, which is beautiful by the way. You can't really see much of it right now, but it really looks amazing. Look at this. And the codex. I'm not gonna read every codex item, but I will definitely read some that I remember being good or interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna skim some that just for a reminder for myself, because I did learn a lot about the Middle Ages last time just by reading the codex. There was a lot of very interesting stuff here. Due to the Papal Schism that lasted from 1378 to 1417, there were for a time as many as 3 rival claimants to the throne of St. Peter. For secular rulers, support for one claimant or the other was often less of a question of faith than of political convenience. That's gonna come up a few times throughout the game, so let's keep that in mind. Wenceslas, we've learned a bit about him already. And here's all the tutorial. I forgot how much they feed you with info at the beginning. Damn, dude. Alright, let's stop fucking around here. We can eat from pots throughout the game that you can find in houses or just anywhere else. In hardcore mode, they don't give much. I think, what was I was at 68, I think. And now I'm 72. Yeah, I think it gives 5 in hardcore mode. We got some carrots. Might as well eat a few of them. Just to get our nourishment up a bit more. Alright. 92 should be good. Okay, let's go see father then. Hardcore mode, saving. Oh yeah, I didn't actually tell what hardcore does. The most important parts is map and navigation. Henry's position is not shown on the map and there are no points on the compass. Waypoints are shown on the compass, but only when you get close enough. Fast travel is not possible in hardcore mode. So yeah, I cannot see where I am on the map. I cannot see... my compass doesn't even have... I don't think there's an... yeah. If you look at my compass, like, there's not even a north, west, south thing. There's just these longer bar that tells me I'm looking at a cardinal point, but they don't tell me which one. So there's that, and the quest markers will only appear when I'm close enough like this. Like if I go back up, it disappears. If I'm close enough, that's when they appear. So this is really good to get you lost in the game. Like, as you can see, I cannot see myself on the map. I have to actually figure out where to go using points of interest and roads and villages And it's a lot of fun. That's how I played it the first time, and that's how I cannot imagine playing this game any other way. I feel like the sound is still a bit... The game sound is still a bit high. I don't know. There we go.
Come here, I need your help.
Okay. Let me just... Maybe lower that a little bit.
Are you dead? I said I need help.
We'll see. Okay, Father, I am here.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
I had to do something. Sorry, I wanted to have a look around. I won't be ordered around. I've never heard that one, I think, because everyone is always too polite. And I kinda want to play Henry as a little bit of a shit at the beginning that grows throughout the game, so sure. Let's do it.
Why should I jump whenever someone whistles? You should be glad I'm
Oh wow, Henry, that
Better
is...
change your tone, boy. You're
Yikes.
glad I'm too busy right now, or I'd tan your hide so much you'd have to sleep standing for a month. Anyway, we've a lot of work to
Oh
do
man.
today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
I just forgot to do something in the house, because another thing in hardcore mode, I mean that works in normal mode too, but the only way you can manually save in this game, you can manually save by sleeping, or with these savior schnapps, which is basically some type of alcohol in the game. But yeah, that's the only way you can manually save. Otherwise, in normal mode, it auto-saves that pretty often, like when you do a quest or anything. In hardcore mode, though, there is no auto-save. So these are pretty much the only way to make sure your game is safe, unless you have a bed nearby you can sleep in. Other than that, hardcore mode, tougher enemies, experience is lower. There's a few other things, but that's mostly it.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself.
Midnight.
Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Alright. It still seems a tiny bit laggy. To be fair, this game is not like fully optimized. It's not the greatest sometimes.